Hello everyone, thank you so much for coming back and joining me, and oh my goodness, wow, we had so much going on in this second episode, A Distant Echo. I'm going to be talking about the second episode of Season 7, Star Wars The Clone Wars. So let's roll the intro and then let's talk about it. Wow, what an episode. Do you know what? I loved the name for this episode, A Distant Echo. It was so fitting for the episode, of course. And honest to goodness, I love Clone Wars for so many different reasons. I mean, for goodness sake, we had an ATTE walker in this. Amazing. And something I really love about this series, just before we really get into this, is I love the visuals and I love the animation. And I love how... I know it's an animation, guys, but at the same time, it really makes it feel, they've made it feel like as though it's real, you know? And that's what I super love about it. And the sky and the clouds within this episode were just visually absolutely stunning, and the colours were absolutely breathtaking. And you know, that is the thing about Clone Wars. I think it's always visually on point and visually top notch. So I just thought that I would say that. So in my episode 1 review, I actually was saying, you know, I'm guessing that in the next episode, the second one, that we're going to be going to Skako Minor. And of course, quite obviously, that is what happens. You know, the Bad Batch go to Skako Minor. And wow, when they were approaching Skako Minor, I just want to quickly say, before I go off on a tangent, which I'm actually doing right now, by the way, but that was actually one of my favourite scenes. We're approaching Skako Minor, and I don't know, I just thought it was really cool, and visually it was really cool as well. And what I loved about this episode is it was so emotional and so emotional moving, and it was, you know, sad and quite a few times, but at the same time they added humour to it, and it was humorous as well. And you know, they know what they're doing. Basically, it's a fantastic series. I know it's not for everybody, and I know the animation's kind of like mustard to some people. I've heard quite a few people say they don't like the animation, but for me, I love Clone Wars. I was super excited about getting season 7, finally getting season 7. And this episode really focuses on Anakin. We got to see pretty much at the beginning, we got to see Anakin and Padme. And that moment that they shared together was sweet, but also emotionally moving at the same time. But it was also hilarious. So you had Padme and Anakin together, and it was emotional and sweet. But then outside, we had freaking Rex standing, you know, keeping cover for Anakin, and Obi-Wan comes up and he's like, "Where's Anakin?" And he knew fine rightly, he was like, "You're up to something." And then when Anakin came out and he walked away, and it was just so well timed. And that is the thing, like, although that's what I'm trying to say, I know it's an animation, it just feels so real. They do it that well. And as he was walking away, Obi-Wan says to Anakin, something like, "I hope you at least said hello to Padme for me, or from me." And I just busted out laughing, and I'm still kind of like walking about the house today thinking like, that was really well timed, and that was just so cool of Obi-Wan to say. And this episode, you know, showed me that, you know, it shows that Obi-Wan clearly knew more than what, you know, he was freaking well letting on. And, you know, you have to remember that he knows himself what it's like to be in love, and you know, all the romance and all kind of deal, because look at him and Satine, you know, he had a love and romantic, you know, time with her. So you know, I think that he knows that, and you know, that he takes that into you know, consideration, because he knows what it's like to be in love. Anakin, okay, I absolutely love him, and I love Hayden Christensen playing Anakin. Now I know that is an unpopular opinion. I might get a few unsubscribers. No, I'm only joking, guys, because I know that no one would do that. But anyways, I'm just kidding. But one thing I love is, although I love him in the films, I feel that what the Clone Wars smartly done was, although I already loved Anakin and was really invested in him, I feel like it gave me more of an interest and more of even more caring for the character, even though I absolutely love Anakin in all the films, every single film. But what I'm trying to say is this show even broadens, you know, my care for that character, and he definitely is one of my favourites in this series, in the Clone Wars. Ahsoka is my favourite. I would say Anakin would definitely be my second favourite, and my third favourite would probably be Obi-Wan, because I honestly really love the chemistry between those two. I also love, as I said before, the chemistry between Anakin and Ahsoka, but I really love the chemistry that especially Anakin and Obi-Wan have. And I think it's fantastic how this series does that. We had so much going on in this episode. We had flying reptiles. As I said earlier, we had ATT walkers. I think it's super clever how they managed to fit so much into these episodes, and that's something that I've always found really clever, and how smart they do this is, and I super appreciate it, that 23 minutes isn't really that long when you think about it for an episode of anything, because it's, well, what I'm trying to say is it's very hard to fit a lot of stuff in story-wise and everything sort of going on, action-wise, going on within 23 minutes, but this episode is just a clear indication and clear example that that is what the Clone Wars has always been so good at doing, because although there's so much going on with everything going on, it fits in, and they do it so well that it doesn't feel crammed or anything like that, or overdone. And the music by freaking Kevin Kinner is just unbelievable in this episode. I actually enjoyed the music even more in this than what I did in the last episode, even though the last episode music was brilliant. Especially the music at the very end. I had spine tingling, this shivering in the spine. Seriously. He actually also did the music for the movie Ghost in the Shell, and Scarlett Johansson is the lead character in it, and if you haven't seen it, I personally think it's a brilliant movie anyway if you want to check it out. But at the end, you know, Tech in the episode, he realises that the only way he can pick up echo signals is when he obviously sends one out or whatever, right? So that's why you could kind of see they were kind of like, oh gosh, I wonder is he even still alive kind of day, like Tech, because he could only pick him up then, basically. So it was very sad and emotionally moving at the ending, because Tech goes in and sees the chamber, the status chamber, and Tech then, you know, opens it up. And I have to just say, as emotional as it was, is it just me? I found it so impressive how they shot that scene, just in general, and how they shot it, everything was going on, super emotional, but I do have a tiny nitpick, and I will get to that. But there we had, of course, if you've seen the episode, if you haven't, why on earth are you watching a spoiler review? Would be my question. But, you know, there was a wired and freezing echo. And then it was a very emotional scene, and Rex said, like, we're going home or whatever it was. And that line, it was so emotional. But at the same time, I kind of, and then heard the music, you know? And I kind of was just going, but I don't feel like it should have ended right at that moment. And I'm not meaning as in I wanted an extra minute. I'm meaning like that scene, I think, needed an extra few seconds and an extra few moments of Rex and Echo. Does that make sense? Even though I felt it was so emotional and it hit me and it got me and it was such a well shot scene, I just felt like, do you know what I mean? Like, it just needed an extra few seconds, if even. Like 4 or 5 seconds extra. I think would have been even more perfect for me and would have even hit me in the feels even more. But I'm not, please don't even take it as a nitpick or a complaint, or like, I'm not meaning it to be, because I don't have any negatives about this episode whatsoever. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun, and as a fan of the Clone Wars, I thought it was absolutely fantastic. I really do. I don't have any complaints over here in Ireland. So yeah, I really hope that you enjoyed this. I honestly appreciate the music a massive amount. You know, I sing, I write, I play, I sing, I write. Yeah, I sing, I write songs, and I play guitar. And, you know, music is something that I have a huge appreciation for. And honestly, the music competition, I can't even speak tonight, guys. I should just give up at this stage. So that is everything that I wanted to touch upon for A Distant Echo, the second episode of Season 7, Star Wars The Clone Wars. And damn, like, this was fantastic. I am super looking forward to the next episode, episode 3, of course, obviously. But oh gosh, can we get even better than this? But yeah, honestly, I really, really liked it. And let me know all your thoughts, comments, or whatever, even if there was things that you didn't like about it or whatever. Let me know down below. And aside from that, thanks as always for all the support and for coming along and watching. And if you're a new subscriber of mine, thank you very much for coming and joining the channel. It really means a lot to me, and I look forward to coming on and making another video for you, whatever that may be, guys. But until then, I will speak to you soon, and I'm gonna go now because I want to watch one of my James Bond movies out of my James Bond box set. I don't know what one I'm gonna watch yet, but my favourite James Bond is Sean Connery, for anybody who is interested, and I don't know what one I'm going to watch yet. But yeah, thank you. I will see you all soon, guys. Bye.